Why do you keep leaving Kleenexes in your pockets when I keep telling you to take them out?
What?
You left another Kleenex in your pocket, and now all of the clothes in the washing machine are covered in Kleenex.
Didn't you check all of the pockets?
I shouldn't have to. You should check your own pockets. Why is there never any money that comes out of your pockets in the washing machine?
Because I always check the pockets for the money.
So why don't you take the Kleenex out when you are checking the pockets for money?
Because I am not concentrating on the Kleenex. I am concentrating on the money.
Well, I will be concentrating on sewing all of your pants pockets closed so that you will no longer be able to put Kleenex in them.
Oh, sure. Okay, are you ready?
Yeah, ready.
Here we go in 3, 2, 1. Hi, and welcome to the Barbara and Walter show. I'm Walter.
And I'm Barbara Kozakiewicz-Kiwa.
Go ahead and sing the show beginning song.
Yeah, everybody, it's time to dance. It's time for the Barbara and Walter Kozakiewicz-Kiwa show.
I have to remember to buy more treats for the dogs in the neighborhood.
Walter always runs out of the house and gives treats to the dogs that are always walked past our house by their owners.
Yeah, but I am running out of treats because yesterday that lady who does the dog walking had 5 dogs with her. Oh, they were happy when they saw me pulling the treats out of my pockets.
You should have pulled the Kleenex out of your pockets at the same time.
I didn't have any Kleenex in my pockets at that time.
Yeah, right. I was thinking there are dog walking businesses and people who get paid to walk other people's dogs. But I was thinking that maybe I should create a cat walking business.
What? You cannot take the cat for a walk?
Oh, sure you can. There is a lady on the other side of the block who I sometimes see walking her cat on a leash. And I have seen videos on the computer of people's walking cats on leashes.
Walking the cat on a leash is stupid.
Why is it stupid?
Because it is not right.
What does that mean? You are only saying that because you have only seen people's walking dogs on leashes.
It is not normal for a cat to be on a leash.
But it is normal for cats to go outside by themselves and poop in people's gardens?
Yeah, but our cat, Mruchka, would never do that.
All right. I have even seen her poop in our garden.
Are you sure it was Mruchka?
No, it was a grizzly bear. I think I know our cat, Walter.
Yeah, sure. Do you remember the time that we went camping for that family reunion? And we thought that we saw the big bear having a poop in the woods. But it turned out that it was your mother.
Well, it was dark and it was hard to see.
And your mother was just as hairy as the bear.
Oh, stop it. Anyhow, the peoples who walk their cats always carry poop bags, just like peoples who walk their dogs. So, it is not right for peoples to give mean looks to peoples who walk their cats on a leash. They are doing the right thing.
So, if you were going to make a cat walking business, would you walk 4 or 5 cats on leashes at the same time, like the dog walkers do?
Oh, I don't know. That could be tricky. Maybe I will just put them all in the car, and I will drive them around the town.
Yeah, that's the very good idea, Ba. Nothing could go wrong when you combine your terrible driving and 5 or 6 cats running around loose in the car.
Then maybe I will get you to drive while I look after the cats in the car.
Yeah, the cats wouldn't care if we got in the accident because they have the 9 lives. You and I would be dead and the cats would start eating us.
Oh, nice talking, Walter.
What? About us dying or the cats eating us?
Both.
Well, it's reality, and it would be the terrible way to die, just like the story we saw last month about the guy who was crushed by the cheese wheels.
Oh, that was terrible and very bizarre.
Yeah, I was watching one of the news channels on the TV, and at the bottom, where they have the typed words that give you just a little bit of information on the stories, it said something like, Italian man crushed to death by thousands of cheese wheels.
Yeah.
They didn't say where it happened or how it happened. I was wondering if he was working in a cheese factory when it happened, or if he was just an accountant working in an office. And then, all of a sudden, it was decided that it was his time to go. And these thousands of cheese wheels just started rolling into his office from out of nowhere.
Could you imagine if that was the way that everyone died? You're in the shower one day, and instead of slipping and banging your head, it is decided that it is your time. And then 10,000 cheese wheels roll into the shower, and that's the end.
And every time someone dies, the fire department gets mad because they know that when they get to the scene of the accident, they first have to move 20,000 cheese wheels out of the way.
Stranger things have happened.
What? Stranger than 10,000 cheese wheels rolling into your shower? I don't think so.
Yeah, maybe not. Oh, Walter, do you remember when Barbara Walters died?
Yeah, she was at the hairdresser sitting under the hairdryer, and 20,000 cheese wheels rolled in from nowhere.
They did not. Remember, she died in December last year, and the week that she died, we saw that the listeners of our show tripled.
Yeah, we went from 2 to 6 listeners.
Oh, stop it. Yeah, we saw that the week Barbara Walters passed away. We had many more listeners.
Yeah, we didn't know what the hell was going on. I figured that all of a sudden everybody discovered how funny and smart I am.
Of course you did. Then we realized what probably happened. When Barbara Walters died, peoples all over the world started looking for stories about Barbara Walters on the computer. And by mistake, many of them ended up finding Barbara and Walter. And that is the name of our show.
Yeah, I remember that I laughed so hard when I found that out. Could you imagine if you were sad that Barbara Walters passed away and you wanted to listen to a show where people are talking about her and her life, and instead you hear Barbara singing, "Everybody, it's time to dance. It's time for the Barbara and Walter Kozakiewicz Kiva show."
Yeah, that would be a surprise for sure.
So that week we had many more listeners. And the next week we were back to our normal 2 listeners.
Oh, we have more than that.
And we thank you both for listening to the show.
What would you like for dinner tonight? Or do you maybe want to try that new restaurant that just opened last week?
No, I do not want to go to that new restaurant.
Why not? It's always fun to go someplace new.
What? It is fun to sit and read the menu for an hour?
What are you talking about?
All of the new restaurants that open up nowadays, their menus are too big.
You mean the size of the menus? Or the amount of foods listed in the menus?
The amount of eating things to eat. But sometimes the menus are stupid big. Sometimes the menu is bigger than the table.
Oh, that's not true. What is wrong with having lots of choices to eat on a menu? It's good to have a good variety of foods.
There are too many. There should be the sandwich, the hamburger, and the goulash, and that's it. That is enough.
But there are different kinds of sandwiches and different kinds of hamburgers that restaurants can make.
There are too many. Sometimes the restaurants have 30 different hamburgers. Whatever happened to the good old days back when I was my age, when they had the 2 hamburgers? You could only order the regular hamburger or the cheeseburger, and you shut up.
But that is what makes people go back to restaurants. They want variety, and they want to be able to try something different every time that they go there.
That is not true. Mr. Trotz and I go to Ledwina's Diner, and we always order the same sandwich, or the same soup, or the same hamburger, or the same donut.
Ledwina's Diner is nice, Walter, but it is basic and not the type of restaurant that peoples go to if they want to treat themselves to something a little bit special.
Ledwina's Diner is the special place, Pa. Remember how many times I have taken you there to celebrate our anniversary?
Yeah, too many times.
Oh, it is never too many times. Nothing but the best for you, Pa.
Yeah, a sandwich and soup.
Yeah.
Did we get any messages this week?
Yeah, we did. www.barbaraandwalter.com. The first message is from Fiona in Pasadena, Maryland. Fiona says, Dear Barbara and Walter, what would be the title of each of your memoirs? What is a memoir?
Oh, it's like a biography about yourself and things that you experienced in life.
I don't have time to write a memoir. I am too busy.
Yeah, right. And too boring. This is just a fun question, Walter. I think that I would call my memoir Always Look on the Bright Side, because that's what I usually do, and that's the way I like to go through life.
Always look on the bright side. Bah, your memoir should be called Always Going to Get My Hair Done, because you have been getting your hair done every Saturday for over 30 years.
Oh, very funny. What would be the title of your memoir, Walter?
Well, I think that my memoir would be called The Life of a Ladies' Man.
Ha! The Life of a Ladies' Man? I think there was a mistake at the book printing shop. It should say The Life of a Lazy Man.
What? I was quite a ladies' man when we first met, and I still see the way some ladies look at me.
What ladies?
Well, like Katie, the waitress at Ledwina's Diner. You have seen the way she sometimes looks at me and smiles.
She's not smiling. She's laughing because you always have toilet paper stuck to the bottom of your shoe or something.
That happened once.
Walter, it has happened at least 3 times. And once was when we were just walking into the restaurant from outside.
Yeah, right. Thank you for the question, Fiona.
The next message was sent in by Nathan in Anaheim, California. Nathan asks, what is your biggest fear?
What is my biggest fear?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Well, I will go first. My biggest fear is living my life without Walter.
Oh, that is very nice, Pa.
Okay, have you thought of something? What is your biggest fear, Walter?
My biggest fear is running out of gas when I am driving the car.
Oh, very nice. My biggest fear is living without you, and yours is running out of gas.
Yeah, but if I run out of gas on the highway, then I would not be able to be with you. So, when I always have the gas in the car, that means that I will never be stranded, and that I will be able to drive home to you.
Oh, so romantic.
Yeah.
Thank you for the question, Nathan.
Okay, go ahead and sing the show-ending song.
Yeah, sorry to leave, but this is the end of the Barbara and Walter Kozakiewicz Kiva show. Bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye. Now I have to go and try to get the Kleenex off of all of our clothes.
Is it hard to get the Kleenex off?
Sometimes most of it comes off in the dryer. But I read on the computer that some peoples soak the Kleenex clothes in water and aspirin.
Aspirin? How the hell did someone figure that out?
What do you mean?
Did someone do experiments with the aspirin or the Pepto-Bismol or the X-Lax to figure out what works to get the Kleenex out?
I don't know.
Somebody probably left the aspirin in the pocket of the pants by mistake. And they also had the pair of pants with the Kleenex in it. And they figured out that the aspirin works by accident.
I don't know, Walter.
Yeah, that is probably what happened. It is the good thing that they didn't leave the X-Lax chocolate in the pocket by accident, because that would be the big mess, and all of the clothes would